And the University of Utah is traveling to Arizona State. Let's talk about the game.
Okay, so it is game week here on DNA Sports Recap. We're going to be talking about the University of Utah versus Arizona State. Both these teams are coming in 4-1 on this one. The Utes are currently a 6.5-point favorite on the road. Of course, Utes are coming off of a bye week after losing at home to Arizona. From what I have on here, the Sun Devils have a great defensive line. They've racked up 12 sacks in the last 5 games, which is good for 23rd in yards per play, basically on the defensive end. Yeah. They're only allowing 3 yards per carry, which is good for the top 15 in the country. This defense is going to be really a good test for Utah on the running game there. What are your thoughts going into this one?
I think Arizona State's offense has been good, but I don't think it's been great, and I'll tell you what.
Okay, tell me what.
Okay, you ready? So currently, Arizona has the 53rd ranked offense in the country, and it's ranked 31st on defense. The Utes are currently ranked 56th on offense and 16th on defense. The best defense that ASU has played this year so far is the 45th ranked Texas State.
Okay.
Texas State is the 45th ranked defense. That's the best ones. They do end up
Texas State, didn't they?
Nope, they do end up winning that game.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They lost.
It's a close one though. It's not a blowout in any way, shape, or form. And that's the best defense they've played. The best offense so far that they played was the 24th ranked Texas Tech offense. They do lose that game.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yep. But the thing is Texas Tech has the 123rd ranked defense. There's only 133 teams in college football. Okay. And they're ranked 123rd in defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst defense they've played all year. That's a bad one, and they've also played some other bad ones. They've also played Wyoming.
Right.
The Wyoming defense was ranked 104th. The Mississippi State defense is currently ranked 121st.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you haven't played these great, fantastic defenses in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
So that offensive number is definitely a little bit skewed because they haven't actually played a defense anywhere like the 16th ranked defense that they're currently going to play against with the Utes.
Right.
But they do. I mean, the fact is they do have some great players. Sam Levitt's having a great year. He was a quarterback that Utah looked at trying to bring in the transfer portal. He's got 1,012 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He has been sacked 7 times, which that offensive line has had some troubles protecting him this year. That's almost twice a game, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So going against our Sack Lake City defense could be an issue for him there.
If it shows up.
As long as it shows up.
No sacks against Arizona.
Right. They do got a great offensive weapon in Cam Scatabo.
Mm-hmm.
He's having another superb year. I mean, he's already got 615 rushing yards, 209 receiving yards. He's really like their Swiss Army knife, get the offense up and moving. He's that guy that you can just kind of rely on to get a few yards when you need them.
Mm-hmm.
And then wide receiver Jordan Tyson's also just another player to keep an eye on. He's got 285 yards on 20 receptions so far this year. So they've got some weapons out there. I think the Utes need to go back to the good old fashioned, like the good old faithful play calling, man. Run the ball, dominate the line of scrimmage, throw the ball to keep the defense honest. And the best part about this offense is, guess what? It worked with Isaac or Cam. Doesn't matter.
Right.
So,
well, that's kind of we'll get into that here in a little bit. I do want to talk a little bit about that. I think I've said my piece on it, but I'm going to reiterate it a little bit more here this week. So when it comes to that, I do think there's a true home field advantage in this case for the Sun Devils here, because it's going to be 95 degrees time of kickoff.
Right.
Which is going to be insane for a night game to have 95 degrees.
Yes.
So that's definitely going to be a little bit there in their favor. I mean, the Utes did play Baylor, and I was at that game, and it was like probably about 106 on the field. I kid you not.
Well, they played Oklahoma State, and that was 146 on the field.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, dude. I definitely think that the Utes do need to have a bounce back win here for Isaac. He does need to know, this team does need to know that they have his back. And he needs to go out there and kind of show a little bit of maturity here. This is a chance for him to come back with a little bit more consistency on offense. Yeah. He has 7 interceptions right this year so far, which no other team in the conference has more than 5. So he's definitely kind of getting a little loose with the ball here, bringing it back to norm, kind of having a little bit more bounce back game after having consistency, hopefully consistent time with the ones on during practice over the last week and a half.
If he got it.
If he gets it, hopefully he got him. I think Isaac is set for a good bounce back game. I agree with you. Run the ball, and just do enough throwing to keep the defense honest, right? Nothing bombing down the field. Some short outlet passes, would be fine to gain some yardage there just to keep the defense honest. But last year, the Utes did blow out the Sun Devils with 55 points. This Ute team is definitely more talented than they were last year. While I do expect the Utes to win on the road, I think that they have to take into the fact that Arizona State is also 4-1 this season.
Yep.
If there was a team that had more injuries last year in the conference than the Utes did, it's definitely Arizona State. They did have a lot of injury problems.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I do think the Utes win this one, but I actually do think Arizona covers. I think it's gonna be a tight game.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could absolutely see it. This is going to be a tough game. It's going to be hot. I do think that the defense is going to come into this game with something to prove. I don't think they're just going to come out there and kind of lay an egg like they did last week. We missed a bunch of defensive assignments. We had guys just kind of slacking off on coverage, and Arizona made us pay for it every single time.
Mm-hmm.
No sacks. That's a lot due to Noah Fafita is a very mobile quarterback that will jump out of the pocket very quick, and he only needs 2 or 3 seconds to get the ball out, and he's not scared to just throw it away. Yeah. You saw him do it multiple times. Just throw it out of bounds, throw it out of the back of the end zone, live to see the next play, right? So you're not going to get as many sacks when you have a quarterback that's cerebral in every one of these games, right? So
yeah, I do want to point out one thing though when it comes to what happened last week. Last week. It's about 2 weeks ago. I like to put the stuff in the past there, but one thing I want to mention is that the University of Utah went on fourth down, tried to go on fourth down, 4 times that game? That team has only allowed 3 fourth down conversions all season. Arizona had.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they were going for it.
Yeah.
When I just thought that was a crazy stat when I heard that. I'm like, are you kidding me?
It was all momentum, man. I mean, that game was all about let's go out there and punch them in the mouth.
Try and gain momentum.
Yeah,
like, it wasn't necessarly in their favor yet because they did. Well, that's not true because they drove all the way down.
Yeah, they drove the ball all the way down the field
yeah.
and made them look silly. I mean, their defense looked like there was holes all over it. They were walking the ball right down the field. There was, I think in Whittingham's eyes, like there's no way we don't get this in.
Oh yeah,
I mean, let's take 7. Let's get out to a nice lead early, and of course, if you can go back and it's really easy as fans to look back at the game and be like, oh, we should have taken 3. Well, yeah, but if we would have gotten 7 right there, you'd have been like, oh, that was the right call.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, I definitely think that it's definitely a Monday morning armchair quarterbacking going on there for sure. This is the one. The good news for Utes, for the Utes Cam Rising is definite maybe. Come on. I love that. McKinley, that is like spot on.
He is a definite maybe.
He's a definite maybe one. And then we got Greg Hawkins jumping in the comments there and saying a solid 5 out of 10 that he comes back. I love that. Also love this one here. If Cam does play, I think that they might win by like 2 points, but I wouldn't be surprised if they beat us either. No, I definitely think that's true. I definitely think Arizona State's a little underrated when it comes right now because they are 4-1, just like the Utes, man. We said that Arizona was kind of slept on. We originally said in the season that they were going to be a good team, and we've been proven right on that one.
Yeah,
it's just the other teams that we've thought were going to be good. Like your Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they haven't got to be garbage.
They haven't gotten a game. Baylor, they haven't done well either.
Yep.
So those teams that we thought were good that the Utes got to win over, maybe we just need to kind of, identify expectations and realize that we do have a freshman quarterback that is 18 years old that's out there trying to figure it out. Did you hear the conversation with Kyle Whittingham when they asked about potentially going to the conference president or whoever decides it to ask about the potential
for an 8th
year of eligibility?
I did.
That is just
he totally dodged it. He just like, I don't know, that's a compliance issue, but we're happy with Cam and where he's at right now. And
yeah, definitely if that's if he's not healthy, then that's definitely something that we can recommend. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Are we really having this conversation again?
Are we really willing to go down that path one more year?
Hey man, if it means he actually, honestly, for Cam, it's probably the best option. For
Cam, it is the best option because he makes another $1 million.
Well, also that, nobody wants to be on that field more than Cam,
Right.
Right now, do you think
that was his one chance to make the NFL?
Like he's making more money in college than he's going to be making in the NFL.
Yeah.
His chance of getting a first round or a second round draft pick, being a first or second round,
I don't know if he'll be drafted at all.
Is gone now.
Yeah.
He hasn't been able to stay healthy. And it's not necessarily because of fluke things. He's just proven that he's not able to take care of himself and do what's right by his team. and just slide or just step out or just try not to get that extra yard or throw the ball away. He's not making smart plays out there to protect himself as the #1 asset on that team.
Right.
So I don't think any NFL team is going to risk a high draft pick on him. So we'll see on that one for sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and operate on the same thing I said last week. I'm operating that this is Isaac Wilson's team until I see otherwise. Until
Cam Rising on the field throwing the ball.
Yeah, on the field, throwing the ball, taking
snaps.
Yeah, exactly. Until he's under center on an actual play in the game, I'm going with Isaac. I think that the team still has a chance to sneak by with Isaac if they go back to your point, traditional Utah football. Run the ball. Let's do 75-20, man, and just, run the ball, passing 75-25 and see what happens. But
yep.
What's your prediction on this game here? You said it's going to be close. What do you think?
I think it's going to be close, but I think the Utes cover. I'm going to say 28-20.
I like it. You got the Utes. You got the Utes going over.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.